Well, once again, here I am. I'm curvycom. I'm a lamer, and I suck. I haven't been here for a while. I've been running reruns and premieres and whatever. And why is that? I don't know. I have no idea. You know, when I look back on it, there's no reason. There's no reason why I did, and there's no reason why I didn't. I don't know why I'm not here when I'm not here, and I don't know why I'm here when I'm here. But I guess I'm gonna stream more regularly. I think it's good for me. It's generally a good thing to do, and I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. What the hell? What the heck? I'm not sure if I mean, I'm a family-friendly stream, I guess by definition, but I mean, I'm just a guy that doesn't swear, really. But I've never had much objection to it, really. I watch streamers that do, but it's just not too much for me. I don't know if HE double hockey sticks is a bona fide swear word, you know, I don't actually know that. Maybe I should read the terms of service more closely. But what I found when I read them a couple of times already is that they're so vague that they don't really impart much information. If you're looking for something specific, you would have to consult some kind of a supernatural oracle or a genie or a god or, you know, someone like that, or you'd have to know someone in the Twitch hierarchy as a personal friend or relative, so you could actually ask them, hey, dude, what is the truth? What can I and can I not do when I have a family-friendly channel? But it's not a big deal for me because I don't have a lot going on, you know, really. I mean, I don't have a lot going on as far as what I say and do, and I got, I don't know, hopefully all my widgets are working and everything. I don't know. It's been a number of days since I've done this. I'm waiting on nothing. I don't know. I like to say that I'm a lamer and I suck. And this is just, I guess, another way in which I suck. I think I will probably always suck. I was watching PewDiePie on his original channel play Skyrim. He had a Skyrim series, three plays, three videos. They were not edited, but they were short, relatively short. And if anyone wants to see, you know, most people don't realize that PewDiePie is he has more than one channel. He has an original channel. He talks about it in interviews sometimes, but what you don't realize is it's been there since the beginning, and he can't get into it. But I don't know. I mean, I think at this point, if he wanted to get into his channel that he forgot his password on, I think he could probably do it. But it just remains there as a thing. I was looking on Social Blade, and evidently now I know what Social Blade is. Compared to last time I streamed, I didn't know what a lot of these things were. So, but if you look on Social Blade, you see that it's not hemorrhaging subscribers, but it's not got a lot of subscribers because I think people that subscribe to it they're just subscribed to it because they like PewDiePie. But they're not sure if it's fake or not. It's not an active channel. It hasn't had anything posted on it in years. But so there's no reason to be subscribed to it since you're never going to it's never going to have any new videos on it, probably. I've been watching a lot of PewDiePie, you know? I've been watching a lot of PewDiePie, and it looks like I have my auto switcher on. That's good. It looks like it's still working. Nothing has changed. I'm going to say that how do I turn this thing off and then on again? Let me see. Automatic scene switcher. If I want to turn this off, can I just... So, okay, I can stop the automatic switcher just like that with one click, and then it won't switch. And then I can go to here and do stuff. Of course, the reason why I use the scene switcher is because I forget to switch scenes. And then I, you know, back when my cam view was right me in the middle of the screen, like, you know, like kind of like, I don't know. No, that's not a good example, but like this. I had like a camera that overlaid the whole gameplay screen, and looks like there's a little bit of green screen not covering. There we go. Now I'm not sitting on the green screen anymore. Anyway, yeah, see, so I'm not, as you can see, I'm not running my camera at a resolution where it looks really good at this size. You know, because there's no reason to waste the bandwidth on the camera stream if it's just going to be in a little window, like something small like this or even smaller. So yeah, it's just kind of a device to, you know, make it when my office views like this, or when I'm in my gameplay view like this, it's a pretty small image, so it doesn't seem like there's any reason to make it a super high resolution, since it really isn't going to be that big anyway. I will say, you know, all in all, I think the green screen was a good idea. I wasn't sure at first if it mattered. A lot of people don't use it. Sometimes Pewds usually doesn't view it when he's doing a Let's Play. And I'm not sure why, because you can make your image bigger, and you can make your image bigger and still cover less screen real estate. So it kind of makes sense in a way. And you know, I'm looking at my wall of origination, and I'm just thinking, you know, Leonardo Twinkle Music TV. That's a long username. He made that graphic for me, and that little Alliance flag up there, and a few other things that you'll see on the screen from time to time. I haven't done a trolling my own stream in a while. I did that once as an experiment, and he even made me a graphic for that. And I haven't heard from him for a while, and somehow he got inadvertently banned from my channel, and I did everything to try and fix that, and I feel really bad about that. I can't figure out every indication I have is that he's not banned in my channel and that he can talk in my channel. But I don't know what the cause of that is, but I love your graphic, man. It was really nice of you. I thought it was the nicest thing ever. He gave me my first cash donation even before I had my PayPal link up. And it was, you know, it was just really nice. It was a really nice thing to do, and he's a really nice guy. And I miss him. He used to pop into the stream a lot, and in the beginning days. And, you know, I used to have like I have autofocus, but I used to have like auto follow my face and things like that. And, you know, I should probably have a listen to the stream. Just because if I do, let me see, how would I do that? I guess I think I'd have to turn my speakers up, right? Because I don't know. I could just go in the next room and see if it's working too. That'd be a thing. I guess I could turn that up. I'll turn that up. I guess that's okay then. You know, I didn't have to do anything fancy. I just had it. It's on the TV out in the living room because my wife will listen to it sometimes. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna switch to my gameplay view now and or I guess I already have. And I don't know. The purpose of this stream, I started out, like I said, I started out as really a lamer, a major lamer. But anyway, the reason I bought up Pewds is because I watched what he did with his very first videos. And you can really see that he has got camera presence that I don't have, a lot of people don't have. He clowns around, he does a lot of funny things, and it's just really funny. Even his very, very early gameplay streams are really funny, videos. And back in those days, he didn't used to edit. He used to just record them and then upload them and do nothing. I do even less than he does because I don't really want to edit. I know that's a good thing to do. You can put end tags on and stuff. And in fact, just as I was sitting here, I thought of a good way to put end slates on without having to do any video editing. I could just tack them on the end of live stream. I could just have a recorded video and add that on. And I don't know. I may end up doing that. And that sounds like kind of an interesting idea. I don't know if that'll make any difference, but when you're on YouTube, one of the things people talk about is if you ask for people to click the like and subscribe, they actually do, some people. And I do get views on my YouTube channel. I thought I would get 0 views, but I do get some. I don't know why. It's just random. I don't really have anything specific up on my channel except all my Let's Plays. If I had 1,000 subscribers on my channel, it would probably qualify for monetization because I had one really old video that's been there since it's probably been there since before YouTube was bought out by Google. And it's got so many views on it just by virtue of it having been there for over 10 years. So it's got it's got about 26 or 7,000 views on it. And it's just a little weird little music thing. And there's nothing special about it. I mean, it's a composition of mine, and someone else did a video, sort of a visualization of the music, and sent it to me or linked it to me. And I thought, that's really neat. I should put that up on YouTube. It's really neat. So I did. And then I lost my password, very much like PewDiePie did, and I didn't know how to get back on that. I could never get back on that. But when I decided to start streaming, I thought, well, maybe I should investigate getting that account active again because it has a video on it and it's got some views already. And a couple of other reasons, I can't even remember what they were. Actually, the probably more important were some other things, I think. Oh, that I could because it was an older account, it was established, and I established my identity, that I could I don't know if I have the verified check mark thing on it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it really, but you can change your YouTube address to have a unique address, with the nickname, and that makes it easier for people to find. And it's pretty easy to do. I figured it out in a short period of time. Not that I know everything about YouTube, because I'm far from it. But anyway, it's kind of interesting because anyway, so when Pewds, I don't know, I'm talking about 3 or 4 things at once, but I just noticed that when you looked at his videos, his early ones, you can see he was just being funny right from the start. You see some of his videos where he doesn't really seem all that charismatic, but these are even older ones, and they're really funny. They're really funny, and he thinks of things to say that like nobody would think of. So it's you kind of wonder if he was the class clown or something at some point. But in any case, I don't really know. I'm just thinking. So anyway, I'm here on my banker. This is a mage, level 101, but she's just been my banker. She's hardly played anything in the world, and I don't know. I've back when it made sense to have a character that could travel around a lot, a mage was a good choice for a banker because they could teleport to the major cities and do all kinds of cool stuff. And back in the day, it was useful to make vendor runs. And I mean, you could go to a vendor's and you could buy stuff. And this was important back in Vanilla and Burning Crusade because it was really hard to get gold back then. And you could buy things from vendors for a few silver, and some of them would be things you could sell on the auction house. It was very interesting. Just simply because there were greens that you could buy that periodically would appear in the vendors. And then there were also white items that were interchangeable that you could buy, like shirts, for example. You could put those on the auction house, and those would actually sell for hundreds of times what you could buy them for at the vendor. And that was because people would be like putting together an outfit, and then they would just say, oh, you know, I don't have a shirt, like a black shirt that goes under this black armor. I don't have a shirt. And so they'd be at the auction house and they'd be looking. They'd find your black shirts listed up there and they'd buy them. You can make a lot just doing that, especially at first when you didn't have better things to sell. But back in those days, I got pretty good at arbitrage, and I actually did a lot of things like that. So I could just sit at the auction house and just make gold without going anywhere or doing anything. That's kind of boring, though, for a stream. So, you know, I'm not doing that in any of my streaming. And part of this stream is about getting the Luckydo mount, which that's how I started. And back in those days, you know, I had no light in the room, and my camera had like zoomed in on my face really close, and it had auto follow. So if I moved around, you know, the camera would just follow my face, and it would keep me in the frame this big, but it would just sort of do this fake pan and scan face recognition thing. That was just so annoying to everyone, and it was to me too. But I just thought, well, okay, if I'm a lamer, I should just be who I am and go with the lamer that I am. So that's what I did. I did it for a long time after. But then when I finally got the green screen, I thought, well, okay, I guess maybe I should stop doing this. Well, hopefully I didn't just get knocked off the internet. That I just saw there was like a momentary net storm, and I saw my frame rate just drop to, or my bit rate drop to 0. And I don't know now if I have. Maybe I should look. I don't know if I have 2 files now, because sometimes when that happens, you end up with 2 files. But no, it looks like I don't. It looks like I only have 1. So that's fine. And I just, I don't know. I've got, I've changed some settings on my camera, and supposedly that should make it easier for when, it should make it a little better when I open like a big white window like I'm doing right now. It's bright. It should, yeah, it's a really white window, and it's adjusting to the light. So I just wanted to fix some of my camera settings to make it a little better. And then when I close that window, all right, and it kind of adjusts back, so that's good. I think I noticed that my webcam had a sound setting too, and that sound setting was best left on. I turned off everything automatic for a while because I thought, well, maybe it would be better, but I noticed that my sound is better. The quality of my microphone sound is much better with my with that turned on. So it's an adaptive microphone technology, and I don't know exactly what all it does. I haven't looked it up, but it seems to give me a better sound transfer to my webcam microphone, which is what I'm using. I still don't have a real microphone, and if I did, I would use one, but I've already spent a little more than I intended already, but not a whole lot more. I bought some lamps, and that was the idea there was to create some light that would be ambient light in the room that would help light me, but not like be glary in my eyes and stuff. So I've just got like 4 lamps, and they just shine against the wall, basically in different directions. In front of me, there's one here, there's one here, there's one behind my monitor, and there's one on the floor. And that seems to be good enough for keeping me generally lit. Like now I don't look like I'm in the dark. Like when I switch to, like this view, it's a little bit believable that I'm actually in this room. This is just a virtual room, but it's pretty neat. It's a neat thing. I thought it would be fun to do. And so what I'm not sure what to say except for that I've got this view, and I've got this view, and I got some other views that are not like, this is my test pattern and sort of intro outro thing. And I'm sure all of my I've got these progress bars down here, which are for subs and cash donations, and I've got some cash donations now. But as far as the ones that register, like when people follow you on Twitch, I've noticed that they don't show up, or they don't register on that bar. Or in fact, even when someone gives you a bit donation while you're not online, or while you're running a rerun, you really don't get a what am I trying to say? It doesn't register with Streamlabs, and Streamlabs is the thing that does my donations, and I could have a straight PayPal link also. I suppose that would be fine. I don't know. The advantage of using Streamlabs and such is that it registers on your Streamlabs stats, and then it might isolate the identity of your PayPal, if that matters. I don't know. Some people just have regular PayPal links on when they first start out, because you can do that. You don't have to be a Twitch affiliate to do that. You might have to be. You might not even have to be a Twitch affiliate to do that. Even with Streamlabs, you might not have to be affiliated to have a regular money link, just bits. And I don't know. I'm just here he is. I'm kind of looking at who's lurking, and who I can give a lurk back to. I kind of told myself that I wouldn't do too much nerdy techie related stuff here, but that I would just stream for a while and just have fun and not do too much techie stuff, like like do follow for follow stuff or whatever. I just thought, well, but I am now that I've got it going on here. I'm just sort of doing a little. Hey, Havoc. Yeah. I think I got you on my alert list, don't I? Yeah, sure I do. I don't know if I have you on here, do I? Yeah, I guess, here we go. I guess I'm gonna do a little stuff here. Just, I can do that, and I can add a few people to my lists at least. Oh no! Okay, this is what happens when you, this is what happens when you don't stay logged in. Or when you don't log into your character. You stay on the login screen for too long. And, all right, I guess that's about everyone. I don't know. All right. Yeah, there's that, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to stay on... Yeah, kind of a lot of these things are... a lot of these guys are kind of running electric skateboard type channels, I think, and some of them are, yeah, but they're all welcome. It's fine. I just I do have some trouble with a little bit lag when I have too many lurks up, but so when I'm streaming, I have what's this? Time walking event? All right. Well, I already know I don't need time walking for but what is this? What is this? Lore Master Festival. Oh, Midsummer Fire Festival. Oh man. Yeah. That's a thing, isn't it? I guess I can dismiss my pet. I probably have like lots of stuff going on here. And as I used to say, and as I'm going to continue to say, one of the things I'm doing on this stream is getting a Luckydo mount, which is the Grand Expedition Yak. And I've just got like about 83,000 of the 120,000 that I need. I hear tell there's some kind of guild perk, but I don't know none of my characters belong to a guild that has that perk. So I know my mailbox is going to refresh, so I'm just going to wait and see how long that takes. I think it'll refresh in some number of seconds, and then I'll be able to do whatever. And I don't know. I'm just... I don't even know. I don't know if anyone very much is going to watch. I've got some lurkers, but I don't know who's going to watch. Somebody's there. Harev Kushla. It means something in Gaelic or something, I think. And so somebody's watching anyway, the Plague Fairy. And, but, you know, she's just in the next room, though. So, I mean, that does count, but still, you know, I don't know what I've got going here. It's mailbox stuff. Now, are there, is going to refresh more. So there's going to be more mailbox stuff coming down. So I'm going to just do that. I don't know. This is my first stream back in a while, live. I've been rerunning a lot, and, I don't know. I'm just going to do this because I'm probably not going to do anything especially special because I certainly am not going to do the Midsummer Fire Festival quests, although it's free EXP and free money in some cases. It just depends on what you want to do. But I got to wait here until there's some money in there. Okay, well, a little bit of money there. What did I get? Is that everything? I think that's everything. I think there's no more. Okay, I got 1,000 gold plus, 1,000 plus gold. So I guess I definitely want to repost this stuff. And, of course, we dance in the auction house because that's all tradition. So that's what we do. That's what we used to do in the vanilla days because we just spent so much time in the auction house. Might as well be standing up on the stage dancing. In fact, there was so much. Yeah, actually, the Fire Festival, there's a sort of maypole dancing. And there's like a fun set of whatever things. And I don't know, but in any case, I guess I got to do a scan. It's been days and days since I've done that. So I definitely need to do that and update my data. Well, there's a few more people up in here, but, you know, I just never know. I never know, you know, like they're not going to show up in my chat if they're not logged in when they're watching. Or they're watching on like somebody else's channel or something. I think that still counts if they're like watching someone that's hosting me. But I don't know. I'm not sure what I didn't even look at that. Like, I don't know what my host situation is. Like, is there anyone hosting me now? Who knows? Used to be more people would host me when I log. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I guess I've got like hosts going on. So, yeah, there's a bunch of them. And that's nice. Thanks everyone for the hosts. I appreciate that very much. And I think that keeps refreshing. So oh, there's like 27 people hosting me. Oh, there's more than I thought here, evidently. I don't know why I have so many, but that's a lot. That's a lot of hosts. So, oopsie. I guess whoever's not on that has me on their auto host is hosting me right now. I think that's really nice. And thanks to all of you. There's so many of you out here that are doing that. I don't know. Like if you're like a huge streamer, I wonder how many auto hosts you would get, or how many people would like how many would they all show up on this list, or after a while would it just not display anything at all? I don't know, but there's a lot. There certainly are a lot of them, and I just kind of want to make sure when I see hosts or auto hosts, I want to make sure that I'm hosting them. But and I am doing that. So oh, it looks like I've done with my scan, so now I can auto post everything that I've got. Look at these. There's a frozen orb. Now that frozen orb, those used to drop from something. And I cannot remember. I thought they used to drop from I thought they used to drop from the Argent tournament heroic mode dungeon, and it doesn't seem like they do anymore. I don't know why I have one though. It's very interesting. Clearly it's not priced properly. All right, well, so that's probably something. I should probably, now that I'm back after all this time, I should probably look a little closer. And, I don't know, Arakoa Cipher. That's a thing. I should probably, I'll be looking at some of these things and, I don't know, maybe not just quick posting them so much. Just because I want to... All right, I don't think I'm going to list that as high as this other one that's listed. I'll just list this as whatever. And clearly there's no point in this being listed for so much. Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to list that for less than the vendor, but I also don't want to bother buying these out, even though I could vendor them for more, or sell them for more. There's a lot of them there, though. I don't know about this. I don't even know what this thing is. I don't remember that. So. All right. Yeah, we'll say. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with these things. I'm not going to worry about any of these things. I'm just going to post them at whatever I have. I'm not going to bother. I don't think anyone's going to buy these for like these exorbitant prices like some people have put up here. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to batch post the rest, I guess. I don't know if there's any reason to do anything with any of this. I probably should look a little closer, but most of this is just food, and there's some herbs and stuff, and so that's about it. That's everything. We'll see what happens with that. At least I've fixed some of my pricing, so that's fine, I guess. I'm just gonna say I spent about 68 gold posting things. Some of it you get though back. Like when things don't sell, you get something back. Or no, I think it's when you don't. I don't remember. I think you don't get like your deposit back, but I think when things sell, I don't know. I don't remember how it works. Actually, I have no idea. I don't remember. Yeah, I think when they don't sell, you get your deposit back. But when they sell, you don't. So it's just sort of a thing like that. And I don't know. I guess that's about it. I kind of think. I think I kind of want. I don't know. I see that. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do the Argent tournament or not, or whatever. But like I said, I wasn't going to overthink this stream. I was just going to do some stuff, and whatever happens, happens. I guess. So, I don't know. I'm just hanging out here doing this stuff. So, yeah, I have fond memories playing the Fire Festival. You know, and I could go kind of show you what the festival is about, but I'm not going to bother taking the quests or whatever. I guess I could, you know, just because I could turn it in and get EXP. Maybe I should do that. It doesn't really matter. I guess maybe I will. Ooh, I'm getting the Fire Festival blessing thing or something when I fly around. But I don't really want to do any of this, but I will take this quest, I guess. I think it will actually give me a decent amount of EXP. Well, 1,500, it's just like a regular go talk to the dude quest. But, oh, it's in here. This is where you first go. You go to the Mage District, looks like. Yeah, I kind of remember you used to go to the park or something. Oh no, I see. Yeah, this is the fire thing. So here's the thing. You get some earthen ring. Okay. All right. All right. Well, that's fine. If I accept that quest, I don't know. There's other things you can do. Okay, this is like.
So long.
Okay, I really don't want to do that. And then there's like Master of the Fire.
You need something?
This is the guy who wants me to do the torch tossing and the other quests where there's like things to do, there's dailies to do. And I think if I fly down to Goldshire, I think there's going to be stuff down there to do. Or there's going to be festival grounds in front of the city. I can't actually remember how that works. Yeah, I guess there's nothing here. I get some kind of blessing for flying out of the city gates. But, yeah, I want to go to an alliance settlement, so that means Goldshire. And, so here's the thing. I can talk to this guy. I can get 15 EXP for that. There's a juggler and a fire eater and flame warden.
How are you? See you later.
So there's there's gonna be like the bonfire's blessing. All right, and here's where the dancing comes in. It's this thing, and here we go. I think I have to, don't I have to do something with this? There we go. Hang on a second. There we go. There we go. It starts up like that. Now, I don't know if can I move around while I'm doing this? Oh, I can, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, you can just go around and around if you want. I don't know if it matters if you move or not. But sort of like maypole related kind of thing. Sort of like... yeah, I'm getting the ribbon dance buff. So I guess you don't have to move around to get it. It just lasts longer. I guess it's an experience buff. It gives you, it goes up to an hour and that's it. Okay. So, all right. Okay, so we know that now. I think I knew that before, but... What do I have here with Marshall Dugan? What's this? Oh, these are just quests I've never done.
King's
right?
honor, friend.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Honor, friend.
And this is the thing where you honor the flames, too. I think that little flame thing I got, that little... let me see what... Yeah. It's like... Okay, you throw that in the flame and you get another buff, which lasts... increases your critical damage or your critical chance or something. So there's like other things you can do in here, and there's things you can collect, and there's a vendor that has stuff that you can buy. You collect all these blossoms, you can save them and get things. And there's probably new things to get this year. There usually are. It's otherwise people wouldn't want to do it year after year, but I've got all the main things you can get that are the things that they always have. So okay. And I've got, like, people are buying my stuff at the auction house. That's good, I guess. There's one thing that sold anyway. I believe this is my Argent tournament thing here, so I guess I'll do that. I don't know. I'm just gonna do this. I don't have a reason to do any particular character except for some of the characters. Their Argent tournament stuff isn't leveled up all the way. But so I should probably do them first because who knows how long I'll be streaming, or my internet could go down, or who knows what. But
Can I help you?
It's
See you later.
It's a thing that I'm doing here in some way for some reason. So, trust me, I'm a lamer. But
For the Alliance.
I got this, oh, my game, right. Thank you, the Hammer Dude. Thank you. Yeah, because, yeah, I'll do that right now. Because I had a rerun on that said, I'm doing it right now. Yeah, this is a bug in, now, see, how do I save this when I change it? Or does it just change automatically? I don't know. Let me see if that did it. Let me refresh this and see if it shows it still as whatever. No, it still says Black Desert. So how do I... Oh, I see. Update information. Right, I see it. I see it now. Okay. World of Warcraft. There's a little update information button. I just did it. Okay. All right. It might not show on your Twitch client because the Twitch client doesn't always change it unless you refresh it. Like in my case here, if I refresh mine, so mine still says Black Desert. I don't think it's going to change. I'm kind of monitoring my stream on it. But if I click this and close that little window and then I go back to my channel, let me see if it'll still, now it still says Black Desert. If I F5 it, F5 works on the Twitch client. And let me see if that helps. And I'll go back, I'll wait till it refreshes completely and then I'll go back to my channel and see if it has refreshed for me. Yeah, it did. It just doesn't on my client for some reason right away. I don't know why not, but it's, thanks Hammer Dude for telling me that. I do appreciate it. If I happen to be playing, like, if I happen to be running a rerun, when I you know, turn my reruns off and go live, it will keep whatever game I was playing last. It'll keep that up, and that's what happened. So I have to remember to go in and check that manually because, and of course I'm such a lamer that I won't remember, but at least I have a few people that'll happen by and say, dude, it says the wrong game on it. So that's good. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. So, I guess, I was getting these quests here. And now, you know, it's funny, I'm feeling I haven't played this game in a while now, and so I'm feeling like rusty in a way. Hey Pink, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm so glad you dropped in. I'm doing just fine. I don't know. I guess so. You know, as well as can be expected, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm all right. So,
be careful. Hello.
It's good to seeing you in the stream, though. And Plaguey says hi. That's nice. So anyway, when I do this, the reason why I brought this up is because when I do this dungeon in here, this is see, the reason why I'm at this tournament is because you get yeah, I think Pinkshin knows that you're my wife, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. Well, anyway, that's that. I think she knows, but if she doesn't, she knows now. So, hello, everyone, and I don't know. Oh, you didn't know? Okay, good. I know that comes up from time to time because people will ask me, like, why did you just say in the next room when I talked about a user that was on? But it's because she is in the next room. Not like the next chat room. She's literally in the next room over there. And so, anyway, so the reason why I do this tournament is to get heirloom gear, which is good gear for leveling, which you can pass around between your alts and etc. And it's one thing you can do like repetitious grinding for that really benefits you in the game because you know, like all the grinding, and by grinding I mean just doing stuff over and over in order to get better stuff to make you stronger. All that grinding that you do at the end game when you're at the maximum level, it's all for nothing once there's a new expansion. You know, you get to level 110 on this game and you can just do all the stuff and you'll have really good gear and all. And then when Battle for Azeroth comes out, when you can level up to 120, all that work that you did, everything that you get in the first like half hour of the game just from whatever is going to be better than the gear that you worked so hard to get. So and the one thing that's not true of is heirloom gear. So heirloom gear still has a value, and it's still usable by your alternative characters or your other alts, as we call them. And I mean, this is an alt that I don't even play as a regular character. This is really the character I do all my banking on. But since she's leveled up to over 100 or whatever, she's leveled up high enough, way high enough to do this, to do these quests up here. You just have to be level 70 something or 60 something or whatever in order to qualify to do these quests up here. You can oh, you know what I just realized too? Heirloom gear is not the best, but it's the best gear that you can get while you're leveling, and there's not one for every slot that you can equip like all the gear that I have here. Like, this character is too high for heirloom gear. Heirloom gear heirloom gear is gear that levels with you. So, like, when starting out at level 1, it doesn't have very good stats on it, like numbers. Like, see how this says, like, 289 intellect and 434 stamina and 135 haste and 250 mastery. Whatever level I am, those numbers won't change on that piece of gear, that helmet. But with heirloom gear, it adjusts it keeps going up however high your level gets. With certain conditions anyway. Some of it caps out at level 80, some of it caps out at level 60, some of it caps at level 90, and you can get items to raise the level cap of it. And a great way to get level cap items is you can get a lot of the gear from this tournament, and you can get a lot of the level cap items that raise it to where it goes up to level 90. Lately, they've been changing like the level caps, and instead of introducing new ones, they've just kind of standardized it. I think they're going to probably just have 4 level caps for it. It's going to go from 60, and then it'll be, right now it's 90, 100, and 110. Probably when the next expansion comes out or sometime thereafter, it'll start at capping out at level 60, but it'll go to like 100, 110, and 120 or something like that. And it might update your all the gear that you already have to that too. I assume that it probably will, like it's been doing. And yeah, heirloom gear is soul bound, but only to your account, so you can use it on any of your characters. If you have there's an heirloom display here, and when you have the heirloom gear, like all the things that are lit up here are stuff that I have, and then the ones that aren't are just the few things I don't have. But some of them, like this staff, goes up to level 110. But I don't use it because the staff that I actually have right now is better. So, and so that's the truth. That between 100 and 110, the only advantage to wearing heirloom gear is that you level faster. But the power, is not really especially good on it. Oh, Mr. Mean Galaxy, you were the same color as Plaguey, so I didn't realize you were there at first. It has not. I have not gotten a notice or anything in my mailbox. You know, I have one of those mailboxes that's like, it's like a little, it's a little box like this, and it's a complex I live in. And so and then there's like in my little mailbox thing that for my group of condos or whatever, townhouses, I guess these are, they'll put a key in there, and then there's these bigger boxes on the sides that they can put packages in. From what you describe, your package is bigger than that. So, if that's the case, there's no need. I mean, there's no need for that. I can't stop you, I guess, but I do appreciate it. If it's quite big, it might not fit in those big things, which means they should just deliver it to my door. The tracking on it should tell you, is there an online tracking? The tracking maybe should tell you if it's where it is, or unless it's just a regular, like it's usually like most post has tracking these days where it'll actually tell you approximately where it is. If I'm a little afraid that if it says it's delivered already, it could be that they gave me a slip for it, but they put it in somebody else's mailbox, which does occasionally happen. I hope that's not what happened, but in that case, it's basically a lost package. So, because okay, so who knows then? Who knows what happened? But it's my guess is that it might still be out there somewhere. But usually what happens is, what my experience with the regular post here is, if it's not UPS or FedEx or one of those, but just regular post, my experience is that that they come to your door with the package if they can't leave it in one of those bins. And that hasn't happened yet, or they haven't put a note on my door or anything like that. So, and if they give you a receipt for a package in your mailbox, if they put it in somebody else's mailbox, they're going to want ID, I think, to pick that up. But I really don't know if that's for sure. I think that's how it works. It's been a long time since I've gotten a package I had to go pick up. But it does happen occasionally, but it's been a while, so I don't really remember what happens. Anyway, so I was talking about heirlooms. And so basically what you can do now is you can make a copy of any of these pieces of gear that you have. And I've got like lots. I've got all but 10, I think. So if you see, this is every one of these little squares represents a gear item. And if I right click on it, it'll actually create a copy. But if you have an item and you put enchantments on it, or whatever, you can actually mail, even though it's bound, it's only bound to your account. So you can still mail that between all of your characters on any server. And you can even mail it to your Horde characters where normally you can't mail things to the Horde characters. In fact, it used to be that you could send your Horde characters money by sending them an heirloom item also, but they closed that loophole. Now it won't let you do that. If you send money to your Horde character, it won't let you mail that person or that character. But and because in this game there's two factions, Alliance and Horde, and those are like two factions that want to kill each other. So that's how it works. Anyway, I guess I can go in here and well, I'm glad you insured it. It'd be terrible if you were out that money. Even if you don't want to send another package, I'd feel really terrible if it just disappeared into nothingness. Subscription? What does that mean? Oh. You're looking into buying a US subscription. Oh, I really want to. Oh, okay, sure. Although it's really easy to level these days, but I'd love to do that. I know you can, because I know that like some of the WoW YouTubers, like Nixium, who makes great WoW machinima and everything, really cool stuff. I think he has his main is on an EU server, but he doesn't live in the EU, so I guess you can do that. But I guess all you need to do is just have the sub. It's nothing special you have to do. I don't know how you do it exactly. I've never tried, but I guess you're allowed to have an EU subscription if you're in the United States and vice versa. I just don't know how it all works. Well, I'm glad, Pinkshin, thanks for dropping by. I'm glad you dropped by, and you know, don't work too hard, but work hard enough to feel better. I'm glad to hear that. You take it easy and be very careful. And once again, I think I've got to right, just do you have to buy another? You don't have to buy another copy of the game, though, do you? This is what I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I think you can. I'm not sure, but I think you can have the same copy of the game, though. It's just the subscription part that you have to buy to you know. I don't know. I mean, maybe you might want to wait on it, just because they might make it where they'll have you have to buy the game too? Oh, now I don't think that's fair. That seems harsh. That seems harsh to me. Okay, I'm ready, but I'm going to skip the pageantry. Oh, let me see here. I want to get off this horse. I don't need it. I just want to put my regular gear on. I want my water elemental because, you know, whatever. I don't have any buffs anymore as a mage. Like, you don't have anything. Well, I have like a shield. I think that's all I have. So I just want to aggro one of these guys. I don't want to shoot him too fast. Well, sure. Thank you so much for dropping by. And I'll check in the mail. I haven't checked today. I haven't checked this week for my mail. I think I checked last week. I'm not sure. I think, when did I last get the mail? It's been a couple of days, though. All right. All right. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Did I find a better way to shoot these guys or whatever? I don't know. I don't remember now if I found a better way. I think I just have to hit that guy a couple times, and I think that's the end of it. With my paladin, I found that my AoE is so powerful now that I can just AoE them really fast. All right. Is that it? All right, that's it. And once again, the reason why I come in here is because I do get an extra 3 marks of the champion, which means I can buy more gear, heirloom gear stuff from here. So, plus there's things that they sell, or I mean, there's things that you get for completing the 3 challenges, and you can disenchant them, which I should remember to do instead of selling them, because if I do that, I'll have, it's more valuable, I think, to sell it to sell the enchantment items rather than vendoring. So I should remember to do that, and I might reflexively sell it to a vendor if I'm not paying attention, because all my other characters that don't have enchanting would have to do that. So and who is it? Is it Edric? No, it's Palatrus. It's the Argent Confessor herself.
Thank you, good Herald. Your words are too kind.
All right.
Light give me strength to provide a worthy challenge.
And what did I say was like the best thing to do? I don't know, the Ebon Bolt really doesn't do much for me, but all right, these guys. Oh, I got something. I got a Vizier robe, but I already have that appearance, evidently. So all right, so we gotta get these guys first. I don't know. I still don't really. I don't think I've found an effective like single. What happens if I use Spell Steal? Can I use Spell Steal on that? Incanter's Flow. I don't know. I'm not sure. Jouster. Increases damage taken. I don't know what that is. That's... Alright.
Well then, let us begin.
Okay.
Take this time to consider your
It's gonna be Hogger. It's always Hogger. I think it's if you kill him too quick, you're just gonna get one. I guess when this was an actual challenge, I think it took now this robe of the sorcerer I can sell, but I think these end level things, unless it's not especially nice looking transmog or anything, so I don't know. I think maybe I just need to disenchant it also. I think I'm just gonna do that. This end level stuff, it doesn't really go for much. So, see if I get any good gear from the Black Knight. We'll see how that goes.
Spoiled my grand entrance, rat. Did you
Okay.
honestly think an agent
I've
of the
spoiled
Lich
your
King
grand
would be
entrance,
tested
rat.
on the field of your pathetic little tournament?
I think I probably had my sound turned down too much on my ears. But I don't know, something wrong with my compression setup, I think. Alright, he's come to finish his task, which involves dying instantly. That would be my guess.
This far.
Like that.
My rotting flesh was just getting in the way.
Okay.
For bones to explode.
Okay, let's see if he's got anything for me. Oh, he did have something. Look at that. Hand wraps of surrendered hope. They look like that. That actually looks pretty good, actually. But you know, anyway, I'm gonna disenchant those also, because they're worth probably a lot more disenchanted. And all right, that's everything. I got the snowballed. I've got this snowballed quest, I think, this time. And what is my? Oh, I still have my my thing set to Narthless Academy because I haven't quested with this character. I did a little questing in Legion with this character, just a little here, you know, but I didn't do a lot. But like these quests here aren't enough really to level you. You'll just get like a very small amount of EXP for these. And let's see what I've got here. Oh, I've got the Kraken. And what else in here? I gotta get, oh, the last rites thing. Well, alright, I guess I can just come, when I fly through here, I can just do the, it's not really necessary, but I can just kill the guys on the main ship, because that's really easy to do. So, I'm just gonna do that. Alright, here we go. These are so low level that my aggro radius isn't even... It's not even gonna... It's not even gonna register like when I get close to them. I can just hit them with the thing all at once and they'll just die instantly. They won't even have a chance to react. So, So, go to the island, do last rites. What the hey? So, last rites is that. I'll put that on the main key. And I don't know. There's a little loot involved, so I guess it's okay if I shoot these guys while I'm here. To get a little cloth that I can sell and stuff. And I don't know. I don't have a quest to kill these guys though, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just doing this. So did I finish up my explanation about heirlooms? Yeah, I guess I did. I don't know. They're bound to your account, not just to your one character. There's an interface where you can create duplicates of them on any character once you have them. And also, if you have an existing one, you can still mail it to any other character, even if that character is on the opposing faction. It's the only thing that you can mail to the opposing faction. Although I don't know why there's a restriction on that. It makes no sense to me, really. I mean, it might as well. They've removed practically every restriction like that in the game. They might as well remove that one too. It seems like there's no point for it at this point. But it doesn't matter. I can Okay, NetStorm. What's happening in my bandwidth? We'll see if it's really going down. I think it might be going down. Looks like I'll be dropping some frames here. I don't know. It wants to turn green, but it can't. I guess I need to go down a bit. Let me just see what I can do about that. Let me go with 1740. Wait, 1840. That should make it an even 2000, right? See if that helps. I don't know. It might. Certain times of the day, though, people get up, they start checking their email. It becomes like a proposition where I'm just sharing net traffic with so many people that I don't have upload bandwidth anymore. So looks like I might need to go down another 100 maybe. Let's see how that works and see if that helps. Might have to go down further than that though. I think I'm done here on the quest. At this point, I'm just killing these guys for no reason. And, alright, you can do that last rights thing as much as you want, but once you're done, you're done. So, alright. Well, okay. I can basically get out of here. I don't have any... Oh, you know what I could do? I could go down and do the... I could teleport to Dalaran, which is going to be, where? Oh, I still have the... Well, I haven't been to Shatrath on any character in a long time. Here's Northrend, Dalaran. I guess that's like a good thing. I could go there, and then I could, and that teleport to Theramore, that's been a thing for a long time, because that was a way to get from one continent to the other easily. But, here's a time walking dudes, right?
Greetings.
Isn't that right? Or what? I don't know. They're in the other Dalaran, maybe. I don't actually remember where the time walking guys are. I don't even remember. I don't know where anyone is anymore. But in any case, I can just use the Griffin though, and I can go fly down to the whatchamacallem down there. And once again, I cannot remember. I know I want to go to K3, which is right there. And I don't know if I have the ability to do the companion quest to this. I don't believe I have... what am I trying to say? I have no idea. I've forgotten what I was going to say. I just don't know. I have no idea. No idea at all what I was going to say. Oh, I don't know if I have the companion quest to... There's this this catch the snowbolts quest that you get from this. There's also like a companion quest here that you can get. You can just do it at the same time. It doesn't have anything. It just gives you a little bit more money. It doesn't even give you much EXP, but you have to go level through. You have to level through the storm peaks up until the end of this storyline that involves this area here. And even once you do that, this teleporter actually does something. Oh, I guess it does. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, that means I have done a whole bunch of it. Because here's the guy. So look at that's very interesting. I didn't realize that. So that's, I guess, where I am in this. So I must have gone up to here, and then I never finished. because once you finish this area, you can do that extra daily. But it's not that big a deal either way. But I might do that, I guess, at some point. I had no idea. If I do that quest over there, then maybe that's all I need in order to do the... You just have to do the Garm Invaders story. I remember it kind of being a pain, but I don't know. Okay. Well, this is relatively easy to do, though, when you... It's relatively easy to do when you don't do the other quest. It probably... I mean, not that it takes longer or anything. It's just, you know, you just have to catch these guys with nets. And, that's all. Once you have all 8, then you're kind of more or less done. And then I can just come down here and fly back. Yeah, I don't know why there's a flying trainer here, because it used to be you could get cold weather flying, right? Like, sometimes you didn't even have it by finishing this area. And, like, I could be the slightly used mount guy. Put you on the catapult to, put you on some kind of a mount to fling you up on those cliffs. Because there was no way to get up there at one time while you were leveling. Until you got to the Argent tournament, then you could kind of get the free... There was a free ride over there, too. And I don't actually remember if that was from the beginning or what, but...
Welcome, friend.
Alright, in any case... I just need to fly back to, the tournament grounds, I guess. Looks like I don't even have that other quest. I don't even have that other flight point there. So, yeah, it's been nice people dropping by and saying hi and telling me my settings were wrong and all kinds of things. So, it's fine. So anyway, you know, watching PewDiePie play his early games, I found his second channel. And I thought at first maybe it might be fake, but it's not. It's the original channel. He mentions it in one or two of his videos. And that's the one that he used to have that used to be Pewdie or PewDie. Although he called it Pewdie, but pew, 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 like for pew, pew, pew. And die, like die, but he just pronounced it Pewdie. But if you look at those, like I watched his Skyrim series, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is like really, really hilarious. And it was just all the kooky stuff he says is... and I think it's like 4 years old. It's like 2012 PewDiePie. Because it's 2018 right now, and so 2012 PewDiePie. He did 3 Skyrim things. He never played Skyrim before, so he decided, oh, he's gonna play a little Skyrim, and it's really funny stuff. It's well worth seeing. If you do happen to look, it's not on his main channel. It's on Pewdie, you know, youtube.com/Pewdie, and And there are some older videos on. There's even a couple of instructional videos that talk about how channels manage to impersonate other channels. But I don't know. There were even ways to link like the. But anyway, he talked about how they did that and how, you know, there were a couple of videos about it. And he's concerned about how, you know, people might be like trying to get like ask people for money. And he just kind of showed how it was done. And it can be done. It can be done on Twitch too. I've actually seen like there's some trolls, and one of the things they did was impersonate me. Although they only did it once, and it was probably disabled, like right after. But it hasn't happened since. But they make it look like you're saying things you're not saying and stuff. So it is a serious thing, you know.
We will persevere. Death to all who oppose us.
Oh boy, I totally screwed that up, didn't I? No initial charge. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that certainly doesn't go as smoothly if you don't
Hello.
if you don't pay attention right at the beginning. Yeah, I think this will probably go okay. I think, yeah, if you do it right, you can just get them in. As soon as they go for a charge, they're pretty much dead. You get an extra shield breaker in there, and you can hit them a few times, maybe with their guard down completely, or... And...
Blessings upon you.
They get their guard up pretty fast again, but it starts coming up anyway, but... I think, okay. I wasn't sure if that was going to do, but looks like it did okay. Alright, I got it. I did it. And I think that's everything for that. And, alright. So,
Work complete.
alrighty then. So, let's see. What am I to do now? I got to do the Kraken. That's from here. Okay, that means put the spears on my key. And, alrighty. And get on one of these guys. So basically, I'm just down here looking to see which side the Kraken's going to be on. And I'm not close enough yet. See, he's going to be on this ship or this ship. And just you have to kind of get in the zone. And now he should appear. There he goes. All right, so Oh, I'm only going to get a couple of shots off. I didn't even get any. It didn't even count. Oh, no. He's going to be over here. He's going to be over here. All right. All right, I can do it now. That other spear didn't even, those first few spears didn't even hit. But usually you're able to kill the Kraken in one pass once you were a high enough level. And you really cannot do that anymore. I think the only way to do this now would be to do this in a team, like, you know, because you'd have to come down here and be pretty close together in a group, and maybe then you could get that quest. But you're not going to get it by yourself. That's for sure. There's no way. Spears don't do enough damage anymore. It's more like when you were like below level 80, when you couldn't really injure him significantly, but you could hurl the spears. But you could kill him if you could kill him if you, once you got leveled up to 80, you could do it. And I'm not sure if it had it, like your attack power had an effect on it, like where maybe you were able to like your gear made the spear stronger. I'm not sure, but I know your level had some effect on it. I'm not sure if it went by your gear, but I don't know. I could turn on the floating damage, and I could see. I usually have most of that stuff turned off. Right now for this playthrough, I have like a lot of the vendors turned on so that when I see them, they'll be lit up. But you can't, like reagents, there's no real reagents vendors anymore. So even if you check that, it doesn't really, I think no agents are registered as that. Or whatever. It never stays lit up though. It's like, I think it's kind of deprecated. So anyway, now that I've done that, okay, what am I after here? Am I after Death Speaker Karos? Looks like I am. That's, you don't often get that one. But he simultaneously counts as a cult member. And,
Work complete.
all right. Okay. All right. All right. I can open one of these cages, I think. Okay, that's usually good. I got plenty of keys now. And letting these out, that's number 2. All right, let me see. I guess I need one more. All right, that was it for that. And I gotta let cool out. That's why it said more work. All right, he's out. And I've got
Work complete.
now let me see what my, oh, I do have my teleport off cooldown now, so that's good. So I can hit that once I finish these last 2 here. I think there's only 2 more. All right. All right. Well, that's not going to work out very well. I'm just going to go back over here where it's easier to get him when he comes around. Okay. I'm surprised there's not a fire here, like a flame at the tournament grounds. I wonder why there isn't. Okay. That was the way to go. All right.
Work complete.
So, yeah, I guess so. That's it then. I'm just gonna go kill these last 3 commanders, and then I'll be done here. There's usually one roving one here. So. All right. Usually pretty easy. It doesn't much matter anymore. I don't have, like... I don't have much, Oh, I'm going for the wrong dude here. This is the dude I need here. These guys all want to follow me. They cannot really touch me, can they? Not really, huh? All right. And, 2 shots, that's all it takes. And I guess I can just teleport, because I think I'm done completely on this character. Can I get anything this time? No, I don't think so.
Work complete.
I got,
What can I do for you? For the Alliance.
Baladash, Malanore.
Okay.
Salama Ashalanore.
alright. I can turn these in.
Hello.
Remember to take the champion's purse when you do this, because you get an extra champion's mark for each one of these quests. So it's worth it to do if your goal is to level your heirlooms. And
Upon your family.
but I'm not going to be able to get anything on this character this time. I got 3 more quests here to turn in.
I am listening. Farewell.
Be nice if you got another champion seal for spearing the Kraken. You know, that extra quest, but you don't get... See how you only get 45 EXP for these? quest, so it's not enough to level you at all when you're on a high level like this. I mean, it would take forever, you know, when I need like basically 100,000 EXP or something at this point. So anyway, so I don't know. Let me see. I've got these things to open. I know I got tea and meat and other things I can... I don't know. I don't really want this festival bonfire thing, but I don't think it's... I'm just going to throw it away. I'm not going to be needing this. I'm just going to sell all my sellables here. But I only have 39, so next time I think I have enough. I'll be able to get an item. But not on this character, not this time. So, so that's it for this. Looks like I got 84 grand. So I still have a long way to go to get the Luckydo mount. I still have another, well, under 40 anyway. I'm close. I'm more than 2/3 of the way there for it. And that'll be great when I can use that instead of the Tundra Mammoth, because the Tundra Mammoth is great, but it's only for repair. But it does have other cool stuff in it. It's got fishing lures and other things you can get. Like it's got 2 vendors on it. So one of them has food. It also has this Dranic silk robes. And that's kind of interesting too. And there's nothing like that for the Horde, evidently. Nothing at all. I mean, you can even get like pretty good bags, 14 slot bags here from this character if you have the gold. But there's this really expensive white item, and there's no equivalent for that on the Horde side, which seems a bit unfair, really. Even though I don't play Horde, still it bothers me a little. So,
Safe journey.
but anyway, that is fine. I guess we're done here, so I can just go back to Stormwind on this character. There's really no point, but just go back. Oh, what did I do? Use a portal? I guess I can use that. Yeah, one of the vendors sells fishing lures and just a whole bunch of stuff. There's food items that go up to level 80. Here's a mage class quest I never did. There's 2 of them. And I don't know, like, if any of these things, like, there's a staff. It says I've learned it already. Staff of the Royal Wizard. I must have done it on another character. I don't remember doing it. And there's another class quest here, which is this one. And what else can I get? I can get this hood. Says I haven't done it. But I so don't want to go to Blackrock Depths to get an item. See what it looks like, though. Looks like that. That's a mage class quest. And some of these class quests were cool because they were things you could get. You know, like a lot of class quests, you used to get abilities by doing them. And now, but, oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, fishing is... And fishing is one of the first things I did for money, too. So, it's like, I used to make deviant delights, and you needed deviant fish to do that. So, back home here, and I'm just gonna see. I've got some money, 46 gold for what? Runic healing potion. Well, that sells. That's pretty good, huh? And I don't know why people like. I guess it's worth it when you get health potions. It's definitely worth it to sell those. And let me see what I got here. So I've got crystals. Let me see. Let me refresh the whole list. Just the list, and make sure these 4 items are right. And then it kind of looks like Abyss Crystal. Let me see. What if I change that price? Does that work? Looks like that works. Okay. Because I'll post this item. Frostweave cloth. Looks like my price is... not quite right, but that'll do, I guess. I wanna be like selling it, not hanging on to it. And then runic, I can set a slightly higher price for that, just for the heck of it. And all right, there it goes. So I will do that, and then I guess that's about it. It's everything, really. I've got nothing else to sell. And so I'm just going to... maybe I'll log out and do the shaman. I'm thinking shaman would be good. Looks like I'm in the green anyway. I got a 19. I don't know if I could go up. I don't know if I could go up again. Sometimes after a while, like, people kind of check their email and they go to work. And then even in my little neighborhood here, the bandwidth becomes more available and I can see. I don't know. I went up 100. It looks like it's probably going to be okay. Yeah, I guess so. Looks like it's okay. So I'll just leave it there. 2,000 even is fine. I can go higher, but all right. My shaman's in her garrison. I don't know if there's any reason for that. Like, is there something, like, does she have garrison quests that she can turn in? Or I guess there are some. I guess she can pick some stuff up, but I don't know. She doesn't really, I don't really do much of this anymore, but because I'm not getting money for this. Tormented Hood, it's something it's binds when picked up, so it's just something you can sell. It's not anything good. So oh, I failed it anyway. It doesn't matter. All right, so I don't really have, like, all right, that's it. And she goes to Silver Covenant. Now, she could really get an artifact weapon, but I don't want to do that, really. She has enough leveled up stuff, I think. Is she where is she? See, she's not. No, she has an artifact weapon. No, she's using Stream Talker Talons. And but all this stuff, she's not using any heirlooms anymore because she got. Oh right, did I level her up? I used auto level, so she's got like a thing. She got this gear from the level up process. You know what? Before I do this, maybe what I should do is on my main, since there's a time walking event right now,
More work.
I've got like time walking tokens and
Hello.
More work.
see what we got here.
See you around.
Okay. Anyway. All right. Well, in any case, I guess I need to hit this. Oh wait, I'm not going there. I want to go to Dalaran. I think Legion Dalaran, I think, is where the time walking guys are. Isn't that true, or what? I have no idea, actually. I have no idea. I really actually don't know where the time walking guys are. No idea. I have no idea where they are. Are they in the park? There's like a new lead. Oh, another darn quest there. Now, in the park here, is this where the... I cannot remember. All right. Well, this is it. I don't know. I don't know where the time walking vendors are. I know I'm in a time walking event, aren't I? Didn't it say time walking? I don't even know how to tell. Isn't it in here? Maybe it's coming up. I don't know. Time walking. But it kind of says like, oh, it said it in here, didn't it? Wailing Halls. Yeah. Bonus event, time walking, Cataclysm dungeons. Reward. Cache of some kind, and Tauren treasures. All right. Well, where are the time walking guys? I don't know. Are they maybe at the other Dalaran? I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe you have to be. I don't know. I'm not sure. There might be time walking vendors in the major cities too. But I swear they were here. Or in the park. Where is the park on this one? I think the park is kind of over here. And it's still the same. But I do not remember, actually. Not here, I don't think. Dalaran Citizen? I don't know where the time-walking vendors are. I have no idea. No idea at all where they are. She used to be attackable, Dark Ranger Vorl. Or maybe it was in the other... No, I am in the other Dalaran. This is the old Dalaran. So, I don't know. I thought the time-walking guys were in the middle here. Aren't they, or they're not? Clearly they aren't. Clearly they aren't here. I don't know where the time-walking vendors are. Maybe they're in Cataclysm locations? I don't know. Maybe I should look that up. I thought they were... Alright. Let's have a look, I guess. Where are they? Okay, let's see what this is here. Alright, I don't know. Let me see. I think there's something like, Dalaran. Level 100 NPC that's found in Dalaran. There's one in Shatrath. There's one in Stormwind. I don't know why I didn't see this character though. I thought that this character was in Dalaran. This looks like Orgrimmar. Alright, let me see. I don't know. Orgrimmar, Stormwind City. If I click on this vendor, shouldn't it show me, here we go. Ah, there we go. Alright. Over there? Oh, I see. Right. Because this is a Cataclysm event. So therefore, in Cataclysm, the main whatchamacallit was in Stormwind City. So therefore, the main thing is that this character So this vendor is going to be in Stormwind City because you have to go to the Cataclysm one, because the Cataclysm one is the one that's active. So then I just have to go over here to where the Cataclysm portals are on the map. So that's the deal. Boy, did I spend a lot of time there. All right, isn't that where they are on the island here? Narat, the Earth Speaker. Who's that? Okay, that's not who it is. Where is this time walking vendor? Deliver the crate to this guy. I guess I have a quest here I can turn in if I wanted. Maybe I should do that. I don't see any time walking vendors here. Where are these time walking vendors? I don't see anyone. What's that name? What's the name of that character again? Kiatke? Kiatke. K-I-A... what? K-I-A-T-K-E. K-I-E-T-K-E. Is that what it is? I am not finding that character. Hell no, I don't know. That's weird. I don't see anything here. Supposedly this is where they are, but I'm not finding anything here.
Greetings.
I do not find this character. There's nobody else around. Or wait, who's this? Oh yeah, here she is. Okay.
I am listening.
I don't know why I couldn't target her for some reason. All right. So the point is, I've got 150 badges. And I've got all the time walking gear I can really get for this character. You know, I mean, I've got this. I've got everything that can be gotten from this character that's good enough. And then there's, oh, I can't really get anything. The armor casings, I got commendations for rep here, bag of shiny things. There's like, I don't know what's in the bag of shiny thing. I'm almost tempted to get that just because whatever. And basically these things, the ancient heirloom armor casing, that one can be like, that's the one you get from the tournament also, but that costs a lot. So I don't have enough for any of those things. So some of these items, I got all the items I could get from here. And I can get the weird bag of shiny things if I want. I'm kind of curious to get it. I'm just going to waste them on that and see what's in there. Let's just see what you get in the bag of shiny things. I got some gold. I got some strangle kelp. And I got a dazzling sapphire pendant where it says the clasp is broken. It's just something I can sell. It's worth just under 1 gold.
Good luck.
Fine. So, all right. I guess that's it then. I'm going to just go back to, oh wait, you know what, I should probably oh, I can't now, can I? Can't go to Dalaran. There might be an easier way to get back there, but it doesn't really matter. I just thought, well, I could probably go to Dalaran and like do my class hall stuff, but if I want to, my Hearthstone's on cooldown, so I can always fly to Light's Hope Chapel. Yeah, I really like this music.
Need help?
Okay, let's see. When it comes to Light's Hope Chapel, let's see how long a flight that is. I used to have a mod that kind of told me how long a flight would take, but I don't really know. But I've got like no garrison report, and I got something here. But when it comes to the resources, you kind of have to quest to get those. I don't believe I have any of those. Order resources. Oh, I do. I have some. I don't know. I don't know if any of those things award order resources. But I have some. I may get some every week or whatever. I'm not actually sure how that works. Oh, and thank you very much, Lil B, for the host. Am I auto-hosting you? I'll check. When it shows up. Is it going to show up here? Takes a little while to show up on my display. Let me refresh it once and see what happens. I'm not sure if it will, but it might. I don't know where it would show. Like, I don't know if it shows on the top. These don't appear to be in any particular order when someone's hosting you. So, okay. I could also just look you up and then see. Let's just see here. Like this. This is how you do it, right? They kind of changed the way this worked. But, yeah. I'll add you. Okay, I've added you to my auto host. And if you're watching, which maybe you are and maybe you're not, I will add you to my auto host And if you feel like adding me, that would be nice, but you don't have to. So there you go. By now it might show in the list. It doesn't yet, though. Or at least I don't see it. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. Sometimes it takes a while to show up on the home page, the Twitch Live dashboard page. Oh, it just refreshed. Now it shows. Yeah. You have to wait kind of for it to refresh, I guess. So that's pretty neat. Anyway, I'm in the midst of going, I guess I'm in the wetlands. Can't be randomly killed by Deathwing anymore, because he's not flying around like he used to be. They removed that. I don't remember in what expansion. I don't think it was at the end of Cataclysm, though. But they removed him at some point. I actually don't remember, for sure. I make these pronouncements, and I don't actually know. Well, I get nostalgic when I do flying around, though, here. Like, clearly I haven't done these quests with my main. There's so many areas I haven't done when it comes to questing. I've done everything in the Eastern Kingdoms, I guess. Kalimdor, I still have yet to do Dustwallow Marsh, Fellwood, Feralus, and then all these Glutton for Punishment. That's the quests in Ajara. Which there used to be very little there. That was supposed to be an endgame level, and they didn't really have anything there. There was supposed to be raids there and dungeons there. And there really wasn't a whole heck of a lot there. So, you know, and I'm not sure why they reset these questing zones. But I haven't finished them all, refinished them all or something. I really haven't, so I don't really know. So in any case, I don't know. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So, alright. Well, this is Lights Hope Chapel. I can open this. I guess you can only open it if you're a paladin. Is that true? I wonder if it's phased even. Like, I've never seen another class come in here. So... Alright, so basically, I guess I have to go... Where do I have to go? Over here, right? Let's see what I got here. Completed missions. Okay. Quite a few missions. Ooh, I got a bonus item, did I? Or did I? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. What do I get? 1 billion artifact power? Wow. And I guess I should, like, do the recruity thing, or... Where, I don't know, like, I have, got some that I can pick up. Oh, this is like the stuff that you can put on the champions once they're unlocked. They have to be increase the champion's item level. I don't believe I have the ability to equip any of these things, actually. Yeah, so, let me see here what I got. Yeah, I don't know, I probably don't want to spend any of this, since I don't really need or want the extra dudes. But let's see what I got here. Alright. I guess I just want this one or this one. They're both 3 follower missions. This one has a little more artifact power, but...
I am the blade of the light.
Okay.
The hand of Argus stands with you.
Alright. And, like that. And then the other one is this one, where maybe I will be able to send these both on this. I guess so, yeah, look at that. Okay, sure thing. Alright. Oh wait, I don't have enough order resources to send them on that. So basically I just get one thing. And then I've got this artifact power. Oh, that doesn't do much for me at all. And then there's this one. And I'm still not anywhere like... evidently when it comes to this, like leveling this last thing here, evidently you can max it out, but you can only max it out to 50, although it doesn't show that. According to what I've got, according to what I saw in Wowhead, this doesn't go any higher than 50. So right now it's at level 10. And all my other things are maxed out, and I got better item level things, but you know, there's things you can get in here that are better, make it better. So the max artifact level then is going to be 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 101. So that could be the max artifact level, 101. Oh, and I guess these things affect that because those numbers change with the trinket. So maybe you can be a little higher than that. But according to what I'm reading in Wowhead, this final thing that you can keep leveling, you put your artifact weapon in the forge, and then you can spend your artifact power on this. And I believe this really cannot go any higher than 50, which I will never achieve in any reasonable amount of time until the next expansion, in which case it won't matter. Because once I do the once I do the whatchamacallit thing, once the next expansion comes, it won't really matter. So now that I've done all this, I guess I could conceivably put those work orders in if there are any. There's like 3 different places I can put work orders in. So there's this here. I think I can't do that. Let me see about this one. This is the other characters. When you have as many of those as you can have, then you can put work orders in. But right now I can't. And then there's these over here.
How are you? Be good.
And I believe I can put this work order in. Possibly. I don't know. I'm having a feeling that I can't do anything right now. So. I'm not able to do anything, really, to be honest. I'm just gonna... I think I'm gonna log out for now. And do something. I don't know what. But I might as well just put my output up to there. And then I'll just say goodbye for now. I guess I'm just gonna say goodbye, and we'll just go from there. I'm assuming I'll be back later today. I don't know. And I won't be back in like a month or something, but you never know. I believe that's the case, though. Yeah, I cannot like do any of these things because all of my champions are... Oh, my champions can be upgraded, I guess. Right? Is that true? Looks like their equipment could be upgraded. So that's a thing. When I get those things, I can upgrade. But this champion equipment, they can only be unlocked when the character has to be legendary or whatever, maxed out in whatever way. And it's similar to the garrison type stuff. So
What can I do for you?
okay, I still have never gone and done all the proving ground stuff, but in any case, there's lots of paladin trainers. They're all here, and they don't do anything anymore. They just give you the proving grounds, and the proving grounds, I don't think they do anything for you, but I really don't know. So I guess with that, I'm just going to say, well, that's it for now. So, bye-bye.
See